On September 1, 2025, Nestlé stunned the business world by abruptly firing CEO Laurent Freixe. The cause, a serious breach of the company's code of business conduct, an undisclosed romantic relationship with a direct subordinate. This wasn't a quiet exit or a negotiated transition. It was a clear, public stand for the company's values. Freixe's tenure lasted just 1 year, cut short not by business failure but by a personal lapse that undermined trust at the highest level. Nestle's statement was blunt. Freixe would leave with no exit package, underscoring the gravity of his violation. The company's message was unmistakable. No one, not even the CEO, is above the rules. Freixe had inherited a company facing tough markets and falling stock prices, but his downfall was self-inflicted. Investors were already uneasy, with Nestlé's stock down 17% over the past year, and skepticism about Freixe's cost-cutting plan. His sudden ouster only intensified questions about the company's direction. But for Nestlé, this was about more than damage control. It was about protecting the foundation of trust and integrity. The code of business conduct isn't just paperwork, it's the company's ethical backbone. When a leader violates those principles, the board must act decisively. Nestle chose to reaffirm its values even at the cost of public upheaval. The dismissal sent a powerful signal: the company's why, its core beliefs, matter more than any individual. The unraveling began with a single report through Nestlé's internal whistleblowing channel. An employee flagged the CEO's relationship as a conflict of interest, triggering a process that would test the company's commitment to transparency. The first internal investigation was inconclusive. Evidence was hard to pin down, and denials complicated the search for truth. But the board didn't let the matter drop. Persistent concerns signaled that something was wrong. When confronted, Freixe denied the relationship, compounding the issue with dishonesty. Now the board faced not just a policy violation, but a breach of trust. Trust is a leader's most valuable asset. Without it, leadership collapses. The whistleblowing system proved its worth, empowering employees to hold even the highest leaders accountable. The board recognized that ignoring the issue would erode the company's culture. Instead, they doubled down, determined to get to the truth. This episode showed that Nestlé's values are more than words. They're enforced, even when it's uncomfortable. The whistleblower's courage and the board's persistence ensured the company's principles were not compromised. The process was a real-world test of Nestlé's ethical backbone. In the end, the company proved it would act on its values, no matter how high the stakes. The lesson: a culture of accountability starts with listening and acting when it matters most. The board refused to settle for ambiguity. To ensure impartiality, Chairman Paul Bulck and lead independent director Pablo Isla led a second, more rigorous investigation. They brought in an external law firm, eliminating internal bias and adding credibility. This time the findings were clear. Freixe had both violated company policy and lied to the board. The trust between CEO and board was irreparably broken. Bulck and Isla's leadership was crucial. They ensured the process was thorough, fair, and transparent. Their actions demonstrated that governance is an active responsibility, not a passive role. The board's commitment to truth and integrity set a standard for the entire organization. The investigation's outcome left no room for compromise. The board had undeniable proof and acted decisively. This was governance in action, upholding values over protecting power. The message was clear: no one is above the company's principles. With the facts confirmed, the board had only one option: dismiss Freixe. Chairman Bulck called it a necessary decision, rooted in the company's core values, not personal animosity. The move was about integrity, not performance. Freixe's dismissal, without an exit package, sent a strong message. Leadership comes with accountability. Severance was denied, reinforcing that ethical breaches have real consequences. The board's action was a public commitment to fairness and trust. Past achievements couldn't excuse a present violation. Nestlé's values are the bedrock of its culture and reputation. The company proved it would defend those values even at the highest level. This was a defining moment in corporate governance, principles over personalities. Nestlé wasted no time filling the leadership void. Philippe Navratil, a seasoned insider, was named CEO immediately. The board's swift action projected stability and confidence. Navratil's appointment signaled trust in the company's leadership pipeline and a desire for seamless transition. Chairman Bulk praised Navratil's track record and collaborative style, qualities needed to restore trust. Navratil embraced the company's strategic direction, promising continuity and focus. Investors and employees were reassured, the plan stays, the mission continues. Navratil's rise was framed as a natural progression, not a crisis response. His deep roots in the company made him the ideal culture carrier. The board's choice was a vote of confidence in its own system. Nestle's future would be steered by someone who truly understood its heart. Navratil's journey began in 2001 as an auditor, giving him a ground-level view of Nestle's operations. Over 2 decades, he proved himself in diverse roles, from country manager in Honduras to leading the coffee business in Mexico. His experience spanned financial controls, market leadership, and global strategy. In 2020, he took charge of Nestle's coffee strategic business unit, overseeing key brands like Nescafé and Nespresso. By 2025, he was on the executive board, already marked as a high-potential leader. Navratil's career is a testament to the value of hands-on experience and deep company knowledge. He's lived the Nestle way, building relationships and understanding the culture from the inside. The board's decision wasn't a gamble. It was a confident choice based on proven commitment. Navratil's leadership is rooted in experience, not just ambition. He steps into the CEO role with credibility and trust already earned. After a CEO's exit, stability is everything. The board and new CEO quickly reassured stakeholders, strategy stays, performance remains the focus. Nestle's plan is to drive growth while accelerating efficiency, selling more, spending less. The market, already wary after a 17% stock drop, needed this clarity. Navratil's operational expertise made him the right leader to execute the plan. The leadership change was framed as a chance to inject new energy, not disrupt progress. Navratil's collaborative style could rally the organization behind tough changes. The board's bet. His leadership will turn strategy into results. The why, the company's purpose, remains unchanged, bigger than any one leader. Nestle's identity is defined by its mission, not its CEO. The task now bring the why to life, driving growth and trust. The company's future depends on it. Freixe's dismissal is part of a larger trend. CEOs are now held to higher standards of personal conduct. Gone are the days when private missteps were overlooked if performance was strong. Boards, investors, and the public now demand integrity and transparency from leaders. Recent high-profile firings at BP, McDonald's, and Kohl's show this shift is global. The #MeToo movement and social media have made ethical lapses impossible to hide. Investors see poor governance as a real risk. Today, a CEO must embody the company's values, not just deliver results. The why, the core belief system, must be lived at the top. When leaders fall short, credibility suffers inside and out. Nestle's action shows a commitment to closing the gap between words and deeds. Being CEO now means leading with both results and integrity. With Navratil at the helm, Nestle is doubling down on strong governance and stable leadership. The swift handling of Freixe's case proved the company's commitment, but the work continues. Another transition looms. Chairman Paul Bulka will step down, with Pablo Isla set to succeed him. Isla's role in the investigation signals a continued focus on ethical oversight. This planned transition ensures stability as Navratil settles in. The board's alignment with the company's values provides a solid foundation for change. Nestle's future is about more than profits. It's about rebuilding trust. Internally, the company must show that its values apply to everyone, always. Externally, it must prove its leadership is stable and its strategy sound. Navratil's performance will be judged on both growth and integrity. This episode is a test of Nestle's why, its purpose under pressure. By upholding its principles, Nestle has clarified what it stands for. The challenge ahead? To lead as a beacon of principled leadership in a complex world.